Welcome back for Minute 27. I'm Brian.
I'm Wolf.
And this is X Minutes, the podcast that's taking the longest running superhero franchise to date at the time of recording and breaking it down one glorious minute at a time. That's the X-Men franchise. We're on Minute 27 of X-Men, the first film. Wolf, what happened in this minute?
We see the professor, he's explaining what's going on with Magneto and how much danger Wolverine is possibly in. He's pretty much explaining that Magneto believes that there is a war between humans and mutants, and Magneto is like kind of gone off the rails, and he thinks that all humans should perish or be forced to be mutants. I mean, I guess he doesn't really say that right then, but what he's telling him is that, like, one second, what does he say? Is that they need to pretty much save humanity.
There's a war brewing.
Yeah, war is coming.
Or Magneto believes there's a war brewing.
So after he kind of tells him what Magneto's doing, who Magneto is, Logan just brushes it off. He thinks it's ridiculous. So that's where that, in the last segment, that's what I was laughing at. He was like, Storm, Cyclops, what do they call you, Wheels? I remember in the theater laughing so hard. I still laugh to this day every time I see it. And then, let's see here.
And Jean Grey has different shades of red, probably teasing up later the Phoenix Force, yeah.
Yeah. And I like how he says it's the stupidest thing he's ever heard. That's what Wolverine says, but then he grabs Cyclops. He's like, "You mind getting out of my way?" And I love how Cyclops just looks past him at Xavier, like, "Can you get this
That
guy?"
was two things I wanted to point out. One, I can't remember any time in the other movies that Logan laughed.
Yeah.
He's being a dick about it, but he's actually laughing.
Yeah.
And I was going to say I liked that Scott wasn't so threatened.
Yeah. Like, Scott thinks so highly of himself.
He's like, so easy grabbing him like this, just go.
Yeah, like just to establish it. He'd have been like, "What the?" Laser eyes.
Only one of them would be alive after that, because it would go right into his heart.
Yeah, but let's see where to go from here.
And then beautiful little music in the background. But when Xavier says, "Logan, it's been almost 15 years, hasn't it?" Which 15 years of just being stuck in Canada, driving around.
Dude, yeah. Just not knowing where you come from.
Yeah, for me, I'd say the benefit would be universal health care. But for him, he doesn't need that.
He doesn't.
He's just stuck in a land where actually, because of the Kelowna gal, I know that alcohol in Canada is so much more expensive than here.
Really?
Like, so much more. Like a $10 bottle of wine, you really got to question if it's good or not. Where here, we can go to Trader Joe's, get $3 chuck, and be like, well, this is award winning, so
I mean, right?
It'll be solid. So he's been stuck in Canada fighting, probably getting paid a lot less than he deserves, paying a lot more than he should for alcohol.
Yeah,
for the last
and
15
he goes
years.
through whiskey like it's water, so he's paying an arm and a leg. But I like how, like, the professor's been reading his mind this entire time clearly, and that clip that like scares him. He's like, shut up. Yeah. You don't know me, blah blah blah. And
living from day to day, moving from place to place with no memory of who or what you are.
God, though, that line, it hits different when Patrick Stewart says it, but I think the line itself is perfect.
Yeah, and he's just saying, "Give me a chance, I may be able to help." Mm-hmm. And that's cut off.
To help him find some answers.
Yeah, we got that in the subtitles, but that's gotta be. I don't know if it's releasing has already released, but in the Iron Man minutes yesterday when I was filming, we were talking about how in a cave with no anesthetics, just having that metal thing like probably carved into a shattered piece of your sternum would be horrible enough without any painkillers, but then replacing it fully with the arc reactor with no anesthetics again would be horrifying.
Yeah, dude.
And that makes me think of this and just think of how not knowing might be more haunting to him than knowing.
Yeah.
I can't say that because bad movie, but he lost the love of his life. The love of his life.
Yeah, that was kind of messed up.
In X-Men Origins, yeah. But
I mean, not to get off topic, but that Koi Kawatsu story she was telling him, I was like, man, I really like her. And then she ends up, whatever, happens to her. But yeah.
So, yeah, actually, when he gets so shaken that he lets go of Scott without thinking, we get a better shot of that patch on his sweater. And it does say Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters.
Okay. I wonder if they have to have that like somewhere on the internet you can buy, because I need me one of those.
You need a mutant school?
I do. I need a mutant school.
Or the sweater.
Sweatshirt.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
I need to buy a mutant school. You're like, there's no way you have that much money. I'm going to buy a mansion.
You're in my school for the gifted for mutants, and you can buy my merch.
But yeah, that's what I got from that minute.
Yeah, just one last thing. It's kind of a dig against The Last Stand, but I like that he just says a very powerful mutant instead of what Last Stand did, which was like power level 10. It's like, leave that for the encyclopedias. Like, relax. Don't put that in dialogue. Yeah, that's all I've got too for minute 27.
Mm-hmm. I'm Wolf.
I'm Brian.
And we are the best at what we do.
But what we do is not very fast.